Warning, what you're about to see is some recreations of the Blacklist members' cars that are terribly recreated, thus we recommend to get a barf bucket just in case. Also, some recreations are good, some are bad, and for some reason, the design of the Blacklist members are too detailed. In fact, it's so detailed you can't design the outside of the vehicle. Reader discretion advised. Hello everyone, Goddrifter here, and welcome to my first ever top 15. Now, the thing about this is the fact that I want to do a top 15 with 15 things, which most likely the reason why I'm doing this. And this is my top 15 Blacklist members from Need for Most Wanted. Now, a couple rules. I am doing this because I wanted to, and these are my opinions. And without further ado, let's get started. Starting off the list, we have Ronnie, or also known as the number 3 guy in the Blacklist. Now, for those who don't know who Ronnie is what you consider a stereotypical white guy from the ghetto. Now, for the most part, he tries to act tough, but most likely the tough act usually gets him into trouble, which is probably the reason why I put him on the bottom of the list. Because for the most part, not only that, he ruined an Aston Martin, and he sold a Supra for it. Who does that? So without further ado, let's go on to number 14. Number 14, we have Baron. Now for those who do not know, Baron is the most passive member of the Blacklist. Now there is a very good reason. It's because he has driven a Porsche, and what most people do not want from his Porsche is the Porsche still has some damages or scratches even. Thus, they give us an opportunity to know what we're doing. Except for the fact that he is tough, especially if you're not ready. What I recommend? Well, most likely due to the fact that you should have big wheels as Eclipse, upgrade the mess out of it, and then you should be fine. Now, what I liked about this Cayman is the fact that instead of a 911 Carrera, they choose something that is not a Carrera. This is a Cayman. So without further ado, so on to number 13. Number 13 goes to Vic. Now, how ironic that the number 13 guy on the Blacklist is number 13 in this list. Now, even though that he has a Supra, which is a very cool Supra by the way, most of us would probably be in them already. I mean, why not? He actually ended up, well, he messed himself up when he faced off against Izzy. And keep in mind, Izzy in an RX-8, and you're in a Supra. What in the world are you doing, man? Alright, let's go on to number 11, number 12. Number 12 goes to Taz, aka the craziest guy in the Blacklist. Now, what's interesting about Taz is the fact that he is the only, well, one of the two people in the Blacklist that drive 4-doors. And one of which is a Lexus IS 300, which, for those that know, you can actually, that's actually the first choice in terms of the actual Blacklist. Let's move on to number 11. Number 11 goes to Sonny, of all people. What? How dare you put Sonny above Taz? What are you thinking? Well, first off, Sonny is, well, he's the number 15 on the Blacklist, and he's meant for us to be our challenge. That's our first challenge in getting our car back from Razor. And for it is, on to number 10. Number 10 goes to Jules, and the reason I put Jules on number 10 is because of one thing and one thing only. Her drag races are impossible. How do I know this? It's because it took me more than 3 to 5 tries after getting wrecked multiple times. And what's the best thing about Jules is the fact that she's the only, well, one of 3 women who drives an American vehicle, which I kinda don't mind. Like, it actually is pretty interesting. And most likely, her intro, and as well as not least, the reason that she's kept from being on being only in number 10 is because of her intro. It's so buggy. So on to number 9. Number 9 goes to Big Low. Now, what does I know? Big Low is actually Korean, not Japanese. And not to mention, in this game, I tried to recreate the car. In fact, he has the most detailed design of them all. Like, I am not kidding when I say that. I mean, it is so detailed that I can't put in the other side of the vehicle. So, oh yeah, and most likely, the reason he's higher than Jules is because not only his intro was amazing, but his bio video looks really clean. I mean, who is second one lined by Eclipse? Coming at number 8, we have Izzy. Now, why did I put Izzy above Big Low? Because Izzy is one of the only people that I know that you can actually recognize. What's that though? Izzy is being played by WWE diva known as Diana Mendes. I think that's what her name is. But she is a very challenging opponent if you're not careful. And most likely, like anybody else, you pretty much wanted this thing stuff from her and tried to keep it the way it is. Coming at number 7, we have Earl. Now, Earl is one of two things. Either Earl is really amazing race, or ragingly, why do they have him driving the Evo 8? That thing is OP. How can someone beat him? Simple. You block him. Anyway, Earl's number 7 because he poses a challenge that it took us multiple times, and once you figure out that user came in, it's an easy win. Number 6 goes to JV. Yeah, JV. Joe Vega, the actual character in These Most Wanted. Now, fun fact, JV and Taz are the only people that had OZ as a brand on the vehicle, yet they run different wheels. Now what's interesting about JV is the fact that he's literally the most interesting out of the top 5. The reason being because he's the only one that starts from the other side in your first race with this guy. And it's more likely a showdown. Without any further ado, it's time for us to DJ our way to number 5. Number 5 goes to Ming. I know you're thinking, why Ming? Isn't JV better? Yes, JV is better. But the reason that I put Ming over JV is because Ming is an actual racer. Not like street racer, but I'm talking, he's a pro racer. And most likely in the intros of his actual races that he has done multiple amount of races, and well, except for the fact that he actually pushed the car into a water tower, and then he ends up facing us. Not to mention, he took out a donut shop. How are people supposed to eat donuts? That's what's number 4. Number 4 goes to Webster. It's actually ironic that I put number 5 for Ming and number 4 for Webster. Now, out of the 3 supercar giants, I liked Webster because he's the only car guy in the Blacklist, and most likely next to his Corvette, I end up being the game with it. Yeah, that's very surprising. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 goes to, ironically, the final one on the Blacklist. Number 1 on the Blacklist, Razor. Now, here's the thing about Razor. He not only that he sabotaged your car and framed you in the first chance he gets, he used your car to climb on the top of the Blacklist. And most likely, he is one of the easiest opponents in the entire game. Yeah, he's easy. As in, how in the world do you manage to mess me up in the first place, and yeah, you don't know how to drive the car? Type easy. Now, most likely, all I can say is, even though he's a fine opponent, the reason that he's only number 3 is because right after the race, it's a final pursuit. So on to number 2. What? How dare you put Kaze over Razor? What are you thinking? My list, not yours. Anyways, Kaze is nuts. That's because she doesn't take orders from anybody. In fact, trying to cheat on her, and she'll basically just make your life a living Hades. Now, what kind of vehicle she drives? She drives a CLK 500. Well, I would say that, but in East Heat, they only had the newer Mercedes C63 AMG. But that's actually fine. Well, what's interesting about her vehicle is the fact that she has snakes with cherry blossoms all over her branch. And her, and well, here's the most interesting part about her is the fact that her actual specialty is cost to state. Yeah, she likes wrecking things that'll be costing to the state, probably basically property damage. And without further ado, let's move on to number 1. And you guys already know who number 1 is. That's right, number 1 goes to Bull. Now, why Bull of all people? Because unlike Ronnie, who actually just messes stuff over, Bull kept his car the way it is. Now, most likely, what most people do not know is that he built his car like a sleeper. And that being said, I know you're thinking, what? Why? Like, how is a McLaren? How is an SLR McLaren a sleeper? Think about it. The car probably has some new wheels, and probably has something done to it. And not to mention, it has the coolest intro in the entire game. Enough said. As further ado, alright guys, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next. Also, I have a Discord that you can actually follow, and last but certainly not least, I do have an Instagram at Goddrifter 24/7. So most likely what you do is comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified for new videos. See you guys next time. Peace.